If you can help it, don't let your roof get this bad before you have it done. Kool seal. Very important to have your roof cleaned off yearly, especially if you have these trees over your house that continuously drop pine straw and leaves. These particular trees will drop leaves all year long right here. Not sure what kind of tree it is, some type of an oak. First thing we're gonna do is clear it off. Cut them branches back. Once we sweep it, we'll give it a good blowing. Cut some limbs back. Clean it some more. Clean out the gutters. Generally have to do that with a screwdriver. Oh my goodness. Look at the bamboo. Usually a good hard stiff bristle broom. You scrub off anything that's underlying. Always paying attention to where your feet are. Last thing you want to do. Is create a bigger leak. That's why it's very important for an experienced roofer to do a job like this. If you're not comfortable walking on your mobile home, don't do it. And don't get your grandson up there to do it. He has no idea where to walk. If you look down through there, you can actually see some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. And after you've done this for enough years, which we've done for enough years, you kind of get the idea of what 16 on center feels like. Prep first, get the roof swept off, get it blown off, clean out them gutters. Look at that, that's a leak. That's a leak. Get that crappiness off of there. These little tiny gutters on these mobile homes are not worth anything. And these ones, most of it's been filled up already with Kool seal. Over the years, it's an old house. So this old girl, the older they get, the more frequent attention they'll need. Kool sealing is a little bit more than just Kool sealing. You can tell this place is probably leaking on these edges. It's not been done in a long, long time. Nor has it been cleaned off in a long, long time. I'm gonna go ahead and see, that's a leak. Right there, right by that tree, that is a leak. There's a dip in the roof right there. Right at the seam, you can tell it is broken. So I imagine, over the years, it's been leaking. The gutters are rotted off of this place. That kind of gives you an idea what you got going on. kind of gives you an idea. It's been leaking for a while. Hopefully they don't have any issues on the inside, but if you do, before you even have your roofer get on your roof, at least let them know. Say, look, it's leaking here or it's leaking there. But this guy said no leaks. He just was ready to get his roof Kool sealed, so I'm doing the very most important thing is removing all the debris. So your Kool seal can get a good stick. And we always put 2 coats. A thin coat first. The second coat is thicker. Much thicker. First coat is just to give everything a good surface to stick to. Now if you do it every year or every other year, that's not so important because you won't have all this stickiness up here. But every single year, you want to blow off all the pine straw. And if you do it on a regular basis, it won't stick like this. What you have here is pine straw, leaves, and anything else that lands on your roof. It's actually degrading into back into soil. So obviously leaves and pine straw will become soil again, and it will actually do it right up on your roof. You don't want that. So mark, whatever you do, I will cut them branches back. Whatever you do, make sure that if you do it every year on a good dry day, the pine straw won't stick to the roof. It'll just literally be able to blow off. And it's so much easier to do. Probably do it from the edge of the roof. All right, we've got the big stuff off. We'll go down through here with the blower, clean out the gutters, what's left of them. This place is old, guys, old. The older your mobile home is, the more careful you want to be, and the more attention you want to give it. If you notice, I'm walking across this thing very gently because I'm making sure that under my foot is a roof rafter every single time. Best time to do this yearly. If you look right here, you'll notice how bad the gutters are. Rusted. It wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and get some new gutters put on this thing all the way down. Prep, more prep. Let's get these gutters cleaned out. What's left of them? Not a lot. Not a lot left. The prep work might take sometimes as long as the gutter cleaning does, but it's such an important part of the job. I've already been down through here once, removing debris on this side. I'm gonna go down through here one more time with my handy dandy brush and somewhat of a screwdriver. Anything you can get down in there. Just want to remove as much of that debris as you can. You're probably not going to get it all, but At least give it some effort. Now, if this house was newer, I'm sure it would be a lot easier. But these rotten gutters, as you can see, all the way down, the gutters are shot. Shot, shot, shot. So, if you go back and look at my videos where we do gutter replacement, look at these gutters are all the way rotted through. This thing is just about the next step from not being able to be cool sealed properly. I mean, it'd be better if it had new gutters on it instead of what's on them now. I'm gonna go back and blow them out again after I do this one more time. Like I say, prep is so important. So important. So I'll see you in a minute. I have to say, these are some of the worst gutters I've ran into. Absolute, unfortunately, neglected. Get that crap out of there. You can see where the old Kool seal's rolling off of it. Gutters are shot. I'm gonna do my best on this thing, no matter what. I always do my best. Some people, you ask them to cool seal your roof, and they will come here. Oh my goodness, look at them gutters. They won't do anything. They'll blow it off and put the cool seal on. They really hadn't done nothing. Some of them take a little bit longer than others to prep. And this is probably one of them. Goodness gracious. Yep. So my recommendation is going to be for them to remove these old gutters and put up brand new ones. If you want to know how to do that, like I say earlier, I make videos on that. Oh, Kool seal. That'll be busted out of there. Best you can. Get right down on it. It's just dried up Kool seal and it's lifted off of the house. Be careful too. I tell you, I've found a lot of critters living in them gutters. You just want to break that stuff off. I had somebody tell me one time, I wouldn't touch that place with a 10-foot pole. Well, somebody's got to do it. Whew, boy. Yep, these are the worst gutters I've ever seen. Huh. I'll let him know that we do gutter replacement and how important it is that he gets his done. The gutters we use are a little bit bigger than these. What I would be a little bit worried about on this particular roof is the rust that might be behind the gutter. See, there's no gutter here at all. It has rotted off the house completely. None, no gutter. Look at the old Kool seal. It's just debris going behind it. I'll knock that stuff off. The most important part do your best job. And for me, over here at Drew's Roofing and Mobile Home Repair, we always try to do our best job. It's hard to do sometimes when a roof is in this kind of shape. Clean it up, prep, prep, prep. If you have something like this in your roof, broken seam right there, that's more than likely a leak. When you come to that section, you want to pay especially attention. You get a lot of Kool seal in that area. As I'm coming across the roof, look at there. That's a hole in the roof right there. All the way through, so that's been leaking. So I'm sure somewhere around this porch area he's got issues. That is a rusted hole completely through the roof. Absolutely want to pay close attention to that area. We have areas where the Kool seal is basically came unstuck and is lifting up. In them areas, again, get a little bit more of attention. See if you can knock them areas down. I have a few of them to do across here. Away we go. Keep on keeping on. Again, look at the rust. These gutters should have been replaced probably a long time ago. Long time ago. So I believe he's going to have to replace these gutters. They're full of debris. And not only are they full of debris, the Kool seal, when it was done last time, they probably didn't clean out the gutters, and over the edge, the Kool seal is just lifted off because of lack of cleaning first. But look at that, this hole's all down through here. So obviously we're going to do the best we can. I've heard contractors say, nope, I'm going to walk away from that job. But I'm always in for the challenge. And like I said, I'm going to just recommend that he gets some gutters put on this thing, and we'll give him a price for it. It probably needed to be done a long time ago, but it wasn't, so you deal with what you have. We're going to get the top of this thing Kool seal because he has holes. We don't like holes. Be in the fall. August, the end of August, 1st of September can be very important. Even me being experienced, still have to be super careful where you stand. Nice stiff bristles will remove the debris and the cracks. The more debris you get off, the better your roof will turn out at the end. Sealing around the edges is very important also. So you might have an hour worth of cleaning debris before you can even start putting any Kool seal on it. Because now that I've got the top just about done, I want to go around cleaning the gutters. Don't send your grandson, I'm telling you. I've seen it too many times. People send their grandson because he's young and small and agile up on your roof. But it doesn't take just agility. It takes a lot more than that. There we go. All right. Let's hit this thing with a blower one time, and then we'll work on the gutters. Out of there. There you go. Stick your finger in that little tiny gutter. Put you a good set of gloves on so you can scrape that out. These gutters are completely gone and got holes in them everywhere. Everywhere. Not to mention they're kind of full of Kool seal. Alright, I'll see you guys in a minute. 241 elastomeric white roof coating. It's called a 7-year product. I wouldn't let it stay up there for 7 years before you coat it again. I always tell my friends, people that I work for, coat your roof every 2 to 3 years, but keep it clean is the most important part. if they're done right. So when you're on the roof, you will feel under your foot the next rafter, but you don't put a lot of weight on it. Trust me, when you get up here, it won't take long for you to figure out how to do this. Okay, I can feel it. And even though I'm experienced, I still come down through here gently and carefully to make sure that every time I put my foot down, I'm on one of them rafters. You can feel it. Trust me, if you step over here, you're going to know the difference between there and there just by feeling it, because you're going to feel something under your foot solid. Whereas if you step in the middle, you're not going to feel anything. But as soon as you get to one, there it is. See? You can feel it with your foot. Boom. So put your foot down, feel until you feel something solid for your next step. And after you've been up here a while, you're going to kind of get the idea of how far they are apart, and you'll get a little bit of muscle memory where you can realize what 16-inch step is. Okay? So I don't have to do every single one. I can just kind of put it about 16 inches. So this is very important. Like I said already, and I'm going to repeat myself, don't let your grandson go up there just because he's a little guy and Kool seal your roof. These gutters, the reason why they're like they are is because they've been full of trash for such a long time that they have rotted off the house. Not to mention the fact that the house is, let's see, this is probably a 70s model, early or late 70s, I'm not sure. And they've probably never been taken care of properly. And the problem is, look where it is. Look where we're at. Look, above you, trees, more trees. And every year, remember, these trees are dropping leaves, limbs, and everything down onto your house that eventually ends up in the gutter, that if you don't clean it out, will over time rot them off. This place needs new gutters and a good Kool sealing, and it should be okay for a couple years, but I would not let this thing go more than 2 years probably after this Kool seal, just because of the fact that it's been so long in between Kool seals. So let me see, I showed in my iPhone over here. Hey, look at this gutter. Absolutely gone. And these are the little tiny gutters too. There are bigger gutters on mobile homes than these. These just happen to be the smaller ones, the smallest ones they make. And I don't even know why they use them, because they don't hold anything. They don't stop anything from going over the edge. But what did we find down here? A dip right on the seam. It's a broken seam. That means that was probably leaking. So inside that house, around this tree somewhere, there's probably a leak on the ceiling. An old leak. Another thing we found, a complete hole right through the roof, right by the porch area. And I'm sure there's several others. So, my suggestion for this roof would be either metal or rubber roof like we do. You can put a metal roof on this and make it look really nice. I've seen it done many times. So you can make your choice, either a metal roof by a professional or a nice rubber roof by a professional. All right, a little bit more prepping. We'll start Kool sealing this thing. We got to do some spraying. I have some white spray that I'm going to spray around, paint that I'm going to spray around some of these little rust areas. And this gets 2 coats. Coat number 1, light coat, heavy coat next. Normally I don't put it on this thick first coat, but this one's in as rough a shape as it is. We're going to go ahead and give it a solid thick coats, 2 thick coats. I just feel like it needs a little more than normal. Putting a much thicker coat on this than I normally do just because of the simple reason, this roof hasn't been done for a long time. So I'm gonna put a good thick coat on it, come back tomorrow, let this dry, hit the edges, and another good thick coat on it in the morning, and she should be in pretty good shape. We will come back here tomorrow for the second coat. Normally I put a little bit thinner coat on than what we did today, but like I said, this thing is not normal. It's in extremely rough shape. And I will bring back some Lexel caulking to seal up a few of the edges around the gutters. Whew. Yeah. Most of it's in the shade, so that's not helping. Dry the product before the second coat, and I like to have a thin coat, and then if you're in the sun, it will dry by the time you get to the other end and back around, and then you can go right back over it. This particular situation, I couldn't do that. But the first coat on this house was 5 full gallons. Don't have much left. About a couple roller fulls, and that's about it. But this will be dry tomorrow to the point we come back and do the edges. I'll be using Lexel, which is a clear caulking, to get these edges on the top of them gutters. There's a lot of openings, so I'm going to seal them up. Even though he needs to replace them, it will be a little bit harder for the gutter guy, maybe me, to do that with the Lexel on it. But if he doesn't do it for a while, I want him to have a good seal on here. So day one, good solid heavy coat, 5 gallons. You can already see the leaves falling on the roof down there. Well, now after the fact, I've Kool sealed it. There's so many trees around here, it's ridiculous. I mean, shade is nice on your house, but it's not great when the leaves don't get taken off. So every year, please guys, please blow the leaves off of your roof before they become part of your roof. All right guys, we will see you tomorrow for the second coat. I can save this roller right there for tomorrow. Get my tools up. Yeah. Get all my tools up out of here. Let's see if we can give a little taste here.